Call the May 6th, 2019 Belvidere City Council regular meeting to order. The clerk will call the roll.
Borowitz, Brooks, Alderman Crawford will be absent. Frank?
Here.
Freeman?
Here.
Porter?
Here.
Ratcliffe?
Here.
Sanderson?
Here.
Snow?
Here.
Stevens?
Here.
7 present.
Thank you. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Remain standing for the invocation. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, as we gather and make decisions for our community, may we use only our best skills and judgment, keeping ourselves impartial and neutral as we consider the merits and pitfalls of each matter that is placed before us. And may we always act in accordance with what is best for our community and our fellow citizens. Amen. Welcome, everyone. Under public comment this evening, we have no one registered with the city clerk to make comment. Under approval of minutes, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of the Belvidere City Council of April 15th, 2019 as presented.
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Snow, second by Alderman Sanderson. Questions, comments, or proposed amendments to the minutes as presented? Hearing none, all in favor of approval will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Frank?
Aye.
Freeman?
Aye.
Porter?
Aye.
Ratcliffe?
Aye.
Sanderson?
Aye.
Snow?
Aye.
Stevens?
Aye.
7 in favor.
Minutes are approved unanimously. Under number 5, public hearing, we have none this evening, which brings us to the special part of this evening. First up, under special messages and proclamations, we have recognition of the long service of some aldermen who are leaving us. Mr. Sanderson, would you come up, please? Thank you for your service to the community. You have done a terrific job for a very long time. This isn't much to pay you back for your time, but it's something that every time you look at the wall, you'll understand how much you've been appreciated. Would you like to say a few words to the folks?
Thank you, Your Honor. I just want to thank all the people I've worked with for the last 22 years. That's made my job a lot easier. The hardworking people in the city of Belvidere, all the aldermen I've worked with, you guys. You know, we've gone through lots of stuff together. And I know that we're going to be in good shape with this next council that's coming after me. And I appreciate everything, all the support that I've got from my constituents and everybody else. I kind of got into this job 22 years ago trying to, you know, keep something from going in my backyard. And as a conservative, I always like to make sure that we keep our taxes low, that we, you know, try to get businesses in town. But we also have to remember where we live to keep a good atmosphere in the neighborhoods that we're working. So we have to balance that out. So I appreciate all you guys, and thank you very much for this plaque. It's very nice, and I'll put it proudly on my wall. Thank you.
I'd also think that thanks are in order for Mrs. Sanderson for all that she put up with having an alderman in the house. Thank you. Yeah, you should have. Mr. Brooks is not able to be here tonight. As many of you may know, he is taking care of his brother who is very, very ill, and brought him up from Peoria, and for the last several weeks he's been taking care of him at his house. So unfortunately, he was not able to be here tonight. Next, we have oaths of office for our newly elected officials. Would all of the aldermen please come up and form a line right here, and Shauna will read the oath of office.
Come on, Tom.
Next time, man.
Just follow.
Okay. Okay, if you all would raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Alderman of the City of Belvidere according to the best of my ability. Congratulations, all. I'll have you sign them after the meeting. Congratulations.
Next up, we have a proclamation for Motorcycle Awareness Month. Would Taz and Stacy come up? Hi.
Hi, thank you.
Meet you. Proclamation, Motorcycle Awareness Month. Whereas safety is the highest priority for the highways and streets of our city and state, and the great state of Illinois is proud to be a national leader in motorcycle safety, education, and awareness. And whereas motorcycles are a common and economical means of transportation that reduces fuel consumption and road wear and contributes in a significant way to the relief of traffic and parking congestion. And whereas it is especially meaningful that the citizens of our city and state be aware of motorcycles on the roadways and recognize the importance of motorcycle safety. And whereas the members of ABATE of Illinois, Inc., a brotherhood aimed toward education, continually promote motorcycle safety education and awareness in high school drivers education programs and to the general public in our city and state, presenting motorcycle awareness programs to over 120,000 participants in Illinois over just the last 5 years. And whereas all motorcyclists should join ABATE of Illinois, Inc. in actively promoting the safe operation of motorcycles, as well as promoting motorcycle safety, education, awareness, and respect of the citizens of our city and state. And whereas the motorcyclists of Illinois have contributed extensive volunteerism and money to national and community charitable organizations, and whereas during the month of May, all roadway users should unite in the safe sharing of roadways within the city of Belvidere and throughout the great state of Illinois. Now, therefore, I, Mike Chamberlain, Mayor of the City of Belvidere, and the great state of Illinois, in recognition of 32 years of ABATE of Illinois, Inc., and over 301,000 registered motorcyclists statewide, and in recognition of the continued role Illinois serves as a leader in motorcycle safety, education, and awareness, to hereby proclaim the month of May in this year, 2019, as Motorcycle Awareness Month in the city of Belvidere, and urge all motorists to join in an effort to improve safety and awareness of our highways. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Belvidere to be affixed the 6th day of May, 2019. Would you folks like to say a word or two?
I do have something to say, thank you.
Fantastic. Here, I'll let you hold this.
Hi. On behalf of Kishwaukee Valley ABATE, I would like to thank the Mayor of Belvidere, the community leaders, and this community for recognizing motorcycle awareness with this proclamation. Motorcycle Awareness Month proclamations and the safety and education classes our organizations present to local schools are done for one purpose: safe, enjoyable sharing of the roadways. If one life is saved because of May awareness promotions, all the hard work is worth it. It takes a lot of time, energy, and dedication to continue with the mission of ABATE. However, this area is blessed with a great chapter and an excellent community, and we truly appreciate it. The month of May is Motorcycle Awareness Month. With the motorcycle riding season upon us, I have some really important questions for you all today. When was the last time you saw someone on a motorcycle riding down the road? Did it startle you when you noticed them? Statistics show that more than half of all motorcycle accidents are caused by a car or truck driver who said they just did not see the motorcycle. With over 650,000 registered motorcycles in the state, it's the likelihood someone you know is riding a motorcycle, and it's doubled as of late. And that rider isn't just a statistic. He or she is one of your neighbors or friends. It's also someone's family, grandparents, parents, daughter, son, sister, or brother. I would like to urge you to take time to look twice before changing lanes or turning across other lanes of traffic. Motorcycles can stop much faster than large vehicles, so don't follow us too closely. And I might freak out. Keep in mind that motorcyclists ride to one side of the lane to avoid the slick oil buildup and debris in the middle. Above all, please be aware, motorcycles are everywhere. Help all motorcyclists have a safe motorcycle riding season. Look twice, save a life. Thank you.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
Under number 7, approval of expenditures, we have none to approve this evening. Under number 8, committee reports and minutes of city officers, please note that items A and B have been received and placed on file, which brings us to item C, minutes of the Committee of the Whole, Public and Safety and Finance and Personnel of April 22nd, 2019. May I have a motion to approve these minutes? Motion by Alderman Porter, second by Alderman Ratcliffe. Question, comments, or proposed amendments to the minutes as presented? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval of minutes will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Brereton.
Aye.
Frank.
Aye.
Freeman.
Aye.
McGee.
Aye.
Porter.
Aye.
Radcliffe.
Aye.
Snow.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
8 in favor.
Motion is approved. Next, under number 9, unfinished business, under A, we have ordinance 451H, a second reading. An ordinance authorizing the sale of certain personal property, i.e. Public Works 2007 Ford pickup truck. May I have a motion to approve? Motion by Alderman Snow, second by Alderman Frank. Questions, comments, or further discussion concerning the motion now on the floor? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Frank.
Aye.
Freeman.
Aye.
McGee.
Aye.
Porter.
Aye.
Radcliffe.
Aye.
Snow.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Brereton.
Aye.
8 in favor.
Motion is approved. Next, under B, we have ordinance 452H, a second reading. It's an ordinance annexing certain territory owned by the city of Belvidere and located at Highline Street and Lakeshore Drive to the city of Belvidere, Boone County, Illinois. May I have a motion to approve? Motion by Alderman Snow, second by Alderman Ratcliffe. Questions, comments, or more discussion concerning the motion now on the floor? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Freeman.
Aye.
McGee.
Aye.
Porter.
Aye.
Radcliffe.
Aye.
Snow.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Brereton.
Aye.
Frank.
Aye.
8 in favor.
Ordinance 452H is approved unanimously. Which brings us to item C, ordinance 453H, a second reading. It's an ordinance amending Chapter 150, zoning ordinance of the municipal code, exterior commercial vehicle and equipment storage in office and commercial districts, temporary signs, freestanding signs table, building signs table, permitted building and freestanding sign by type and zoning district table, mobile home park residential development, Appendix C, land use summary chart, neighborhood office district, planned office district, neighborhood business district, planned business district, general business district, planned business district, general industrial district, heavy industrial district. Gina, would you like to give us a little overview of why we have all these items in one approval.
So as staff, and when I say staff, me, building, public works, city hall staff in general, when we notice something that's not working in the code, maybe it's something that we've always interpreted one way and found out another department interprets it a way, or it's just a typo that we've always overlooked, I keep a sheet on my wall that I write stuff down on, and when it gets to be about 6 or 7, I'll process a text amendment. Because we have to publish it in the paper, the plan commission members get per diems, so I don't want to do a case for every single text amendment. I usually kind of let them build up. Also, in this last year, we've been having plan commission meetings with 6 to 7 things on the agenda, and that's a pretty heavy agenda, so I was also kind of waiting for it to calm down a little bit so it wasn't such an overload on the plan commission. So that's why there's so many at once.
It's an ongoing effort to clean up our code, because things change, and sometimes things are in the code which don't really need to be there. Yes, Marcia?
So Gina, like this part about the exterior commercial vehicles and stuff, that pertains to like parking, right?
Correct. That is for semi-truck parking, and we did a text amendment years ago to prohibit semi-truck parking in the commercial districts. For instance, Walmart, Kmart, some of the commercial properties along Logan Avenue that were turning into almost mini truck stops, because once a trucker finds out they'll park there, the word spreads, and we're getting complaints. So we changed it, but we had overlooked that it was also cross-referenced in that section. So it's just cleaning up from a text amendment done years ago.
Yes, Alderman Snow.
And I gathered we're cleaning up some of the banner issues of signage where people put out the banners and they've been putting them out for too long. So are they going to be notified before they get dinged, or what's the latest scoop on that?
Correct. So I had brought up to code enforcement, because it is primarily the slots, those banner signs, the gas station uses them. Businesses like that, and since we had made animated signage a permitted sign type, that should cut back on the kinds of temporary signs, because now they have an animated sign to advertise all of their specials. And that's when we noticed that in our zoning code, all of the different kinds of temporary signs have a time limit on them, except for banners and stuff under 32 square feet. So how can it be a temporary sign if it's allowed year-round, So we put the 60-day limit in there. I still have to discuss with code enforcement if it's, we send letters to the ones we notice, or if it's for new ones popping up. We'll have to sit down and talk about it. Maybe if there's an afternoon where we both have some free time driving around to make a comprehensive list so that we can notify as many people as possible that this is the new code and it will be enforced.
Yes.
I want to go back to the semi-parking. So, like Kmart parking lot and that's like private property, but, so you can't, if you're an over-the-road truck driver, you couldn't pull in there and park overnight? Is there anywhere in the city that anybody that drives like a sleeper cab could pull in and stay, or no?
Correct, and it's in commercial districts, so industrial districts they can. There's a couple lots that are in the county on Logan Avenue that are actually, they got special uses through the county years ago when I worked for the county to allow overnight semi-parking. Those lots tend to get filled up, but in the industrial districts, it is permitted. We just took it out of the commercial districts.
Because I've seen some at the new, what is it, the Fastway there on 20?
Yep, that's zoned industrial.
Any additional questions or comments? Alderman Snow.
So with the tractor trailers, are they allowed to, in the heavy industrial areas, allowed to park on the street at all overnight?
That I would have to check with the municipal code with the public right-of-way as to whether or not they're allowed to park overnight.
Maybe Attorney Drella knows that one.
Not off the top of my head. I do know that the only general parking restriction overnight, there's no overnight parking restriction. It's a 24-hour parking restriction. So if they get there at 8 o'clock and move at 6 in the morning, that part is not violated. What I don't know is where we allow actually semi-parking on city streets. I'd have to check that.
Which you will. Yes, Alderman Porter.
Yeah, I guess one quick question for Gina. Under the permitted special use for heavy industrial, I just noticed the migrant labor camp. Is that necessary that we keep that in there, do you think, or is there any reason to be keeping that in there, since we really don't really get involved in that anymore?
Yeah, that's definitely a carryover definition and special use. They still have a few of them in the county with, farm tenant help that moves from farm to farm. I have not seen it used in Belvidere in quite some time. And there are some, there are properties zoned rural holding in Belvidere which allows for farming. Most of them are conservation district, but that doesn't, mean it can't convert at some point. So part of me says, yeah, we don't use it, it's okay to take out, and then part of me goes, we do allow agricultural uses in the city, so at some point that may come up.
Does that answer your question? Anyone else?
Yeah. I have one.
Alderman Frank?
Gina, can you explain the mobile home park residential development?
Which one, the typo in the land use chart or the setbacks from units versus structures? Okay, there's two mobile home changes. One was in the accessory land use chart that it was just citing the wrong numbers. It was a typo. And the other one, and so there's mobile home park subdivisions and mobile home park developments. A development is when it's one singular lot, so one ownership, and you rent your pad space. The other one is a mobile home park subdivision, where those are individually platted pads so that you own your pad space and you own your mobile home, so you're not renting the pad space. So in one section, it talks about a 15-foot setback between structures meaning carports, decks, mobile home units themselves, and the other one says a 15-foot setback between units meaning mobile homes, carports, decks, etc. So it's the exact same setback, but one said unit and one said structure. And I don't know why, because they're the exact same setback. So in order just to make the code clearer, I chose, instead of, I chose structure because it's not just the mobile home unit itself, it's also decks and accessory structures. So I thought structure was a better term to use. So nothing's actually changing, we're just clarifying the language.
Anybody else? Hearing none. I'll have a motion to approve.
We have that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. So, at this point, all those in favor of approval of the ordinance will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
Snow, Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Ordinance 453H is approved unanimously, which brings us to number 10, new business. We have Resolution 2097-2019. It's a resolution creating the City of Belvidere Downtown Facade Grant Program. May I have a motion to approve? Motion by Alderman Snow. Do I have a second? Second by Alderman Porter. Questions, comments, or further discussion? Alderman Snow.
As most of you guys probably have a updated version of a couple extra areas I thought might be included in this, of which is over on Lincoln Street, the area that used to house Blue G's Bicycle Shop. I'm not sure what all's in there right this minute. I know there was a salon on the end, which there still may be. And then working down across the river, the Coach's Corner and the location across from Midland Bank that used to be the former Salvation Army store, and then also include the Logan Avenue garage over on Main Street in Logan, and just thought those should be encompassed into that area.
Would you offer that as an amendment?
I would offer that as an amendment as I depicted in the map that I showed.
Everybody had that memo in the map. The city finds no reason not to include those. So may I have a motion to amend? Motion by Alderman Snow, second.
I'd second that, Your Honor.
Second by Alderman Stevens. Additional questions or comments? All those in favor of amending as recommended will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Porter,
Aye.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
Snow, Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
8 in favor.
The amendment is passed unanimously, so now we'll go back to a vote on the original ordinance. All those in favor? As amended. All those in favor will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Porter,
Aye.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
Snow, Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Resolution 2097-2019, as amended, is approved unanimously. Which brings us then to motions forwarded from the Committee of the Whole, Public Safety and Finance and Personnel of April 22nd, 2019. Finance motions will be presented by Chairman Ratcliffe. Chairman Ratcliffe.
Thank you, Mayor. A, motion to waive the bidding process for self-contained breathing apparatus air packs.
So this will require a supermajority. We'll need 8 votes, which mean everybody who's present tonight will need to vote yes on this if you want it to pass. May I have a motion to approve? Motion by Alderman Snow, second by Alderman Porter. Questions, comments, or further discussion concerning the motion now on the floor? Hearing none, all in favor will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
Snow, Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman, McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Okay, the motion to approve and waive the bidding process is approved unanimously, which brings us to item B.
Item B, motion to approve the purchase of Mine Safety Alliance G1 SCBA air packs and 32 G1 masks for $86,480, which is budgeted for the fiscal year 2020 capital expense.
May I have a motion to approve?
I'd make that motion, Your
Motion
Honor.
by Alderman Stevens, second by Alderman Porter. Questions, comments, or further discussion concerning the motion now on the floor? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval, when name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Snow, Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Motion is approved unanimously. Which brings us to item C.
C, motion to approve the Public Works construction of the shelter and pad at a cost of not to exceed $10,000 and authorize acquisition of the other items identified on the General Mills Park Shelter Construction Project spreadsheet.
Motion to approve.
We came out of committee, we already have motions.
Okay. Further discussion concerning the motion on the floor? Hearing none, all those in favor will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
Snow, 8 in favor.
Approved unanimously. Item D.
Item D, motion to approve waiving the building and zoning fees in the amount of $871 for Habitat for Humanity.
Motion out of committee. Questions, comments, or further discussion? Hearing none, all those in approval will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
Snow, Stevens,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Motion is approved unanimously. Item E.
Item E, motion to approve the low bid, excuse me, from the Rock Road Companies in the amount of $533,691.36 for the 2019 Motor Fuel Tax Street Overlay Program, subject to Illinois Department of Transportation approval. This work will be paid for from the MFT funds.
Motion out of committee. Questions, comments, or further discussion concerning the motion now on the floor? Hearing none, all those in approval will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Frank.
Aye.
Freeman.
Aye.
McGee.
Aye.
Porter.
Aye.
Ratcliffe.
Aye.
Snow.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Brereton.
Aye.
8 in favor.
Motion is approved unanimously. Brings us to item F.
Item F, motion to approve the low bid from Countryman Inc. in the amount of $11,291.10 for the 2019 MFT Thermoplastic Pavement Striping Project, subject to IDOT approval. This work will be paid for from the MFT funds.
Motion out of committee. Questions, comments, or further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Yes, Alderman Porter.
Yeah, I wanted to, we're on item F, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just want to make sure here. I know this came up briefly here before, but to keep the city out of trouble and avoid any conflicts of interest, I just wanted to make sure that we were straight on this, that there is no relationship between this business and our building inspector, Kip Countryman.
You any relation to these folks, Kip? No. Okay. Additional questions or comments? All those in favor, will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Freeman.
Aye.
McGee.
Aye.
Porter.
Aye.
Ratcliffe.
Aye.
Snow. Stevens.
Aye.
Brereton.
Aye.
Frank.
Aye.
8 in favor.
Thank you, Chairman Ratcliffe.
Thank you, Mayor.
Approved unanimously. Next, I need a motion to go into executive session to discuss pending litigation pursuant to 2C211 of the Open Meetings Act. Motion by Alderman Frank, second by Alderman Snow. All those in favor will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
McGee.
Aye.
Porter.